Another week, another Bears loss, right? Sports Talk Chicago, here for Jon Zaghloul. In this video, we're going to be breaking down the Bears-Packers game coming up on Sunday, and explain why the Bears will not win this game, and it could be similar to the Jets game if Justin Fields doesn't play. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, set up notifications so you don't miss a thing. We talk Chicago Bears daily. We also have interviews with former Bears players and live streams of every Bears game every Sunday. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Jon Z Sports, Facebook, Jon Zaghloul. Want to watch more of this show? Head on over to sportstalkchicago.com. I want to start today with this. What do you want me to tell you? As of this taping, we have no idea if Justin Fields will play. We know Aaron Rodgers will. We also know the Bears signed Tim Boyle off Detroit's practice squad. My point being, I have no expectations for this game on Sunday. Tim Boyle, really? Who the hell is that? That's your best pick? I would have rather started Nathan Peterman, maybe. I mean, I don't know. But what I do know is if he starts, if anybody but Justin Fields starts, expect the Jets game to repeat again and again and again and again as this season comes to a close. We could go analytical and talk about the Packers. I mean, they suck too, but they have a great run game. Aaron Jones ran wild against the Bears last time they played each other, and he's averaging nearly 6 yards per carry. Packers have two great running backs, Dillon as well. Rodgers is more turnover prone, but still a competent QB. And the Packers have many different wide receivers that Rodgers likes to target. Their defense is 22nd in football. Their offense 23rd. They're a very mediocre team, and it should be, if Justin Fields played, a chance for the Bears to win. I don't think he's playing. I'll explain why in a second. The Packers team is experiencing turmoil. They're so worried. I mean, their empire, the NFC North, is slowly collapsing before their eyes. They have no wide receiving, or young wide receiving. Good running. Aaron Rodgers is significantly regressing. They lost a lot of their offensive components. Luke Getsy, one. Nathaniel Hackett, another. Their defense has regressed, and all of a sudden they're 4-8, wondering what they're doing in third place in the NFC North. Here's my question to everybody watching. Two, really. Are the Bears in a playoff chase? Are the Packers a good team? Answer to both is no. So why the hell would you play Justin Fields? In fact, I'll take it a step further. Why would you play Justin Fields at all for the rest of this season? May not be words you want to hear, but I'll tell you what, I'd rather see him sit on the sideline and fully heal from a frickin' separated shoulder or torn ligament in his shoulder than go out there and play meaningless football against bad teams. And make sure that nobody stands up for him, either. Bears O-line sucks. Bears blocking sucks. Wide receivers dropping footballs. Why should Fields play? Now, of course, for us, we want Fields to play. Selfishly, everybody wants him to play because without him, this team blows. Can't even watch him play. They're unwatchable. Their football, their brand of football is unwatchable unless Justin Fields in. And while that's very exciting, it's also a bit concerning. We talked about this last week because if he is the lifeblood of this team, then how are the Bears going to win when he doesn't play? This roster is not constructed for winning today, we all know, but Ryan Poles has a lot of work to do this offseason. Because if next year the roster is similar or they have so many deficiencies to the point where Fields doesn't play and they get their ass handed to them, we got a problem here in Chicago. We got a problem in the future for this Bears team who's supposed to be good. So I understand why everybody wants him to play. Everybody's waiting for Fields to come back, and he's done a great job as this season has progressed. Yes, he needs to work on throwing the football. Everybody does. Aaron Rodgers does. Russell Wilson does. And now Justin Fields does. I see no problem with that. That's not a knock on Fields. Russell Wilson can't even throw a freaking touchdown in Denver. Their team is a mess. That's a Super Bowl winning QB who could be a Hall of Famer one day. Aaron Rodgers, definite Hall of Famer, and he's progressing. His team's progressing. He has no weapons, and he himself is making tons of mistakes. More than he's ever made in his career in a season. Think he needs to work on something, or is he okay? Is he a good enough passer? No. Of course he's going to be working. Everybody works all the time. I hate that argument. He needs to be a better passer. Everybody needs to be better at all times. Everybody needs to improve at all times, including Fields, including the best of the best. They're always improving, always getting better. The dynamic part of Fields' game, the running, has been most impressive to me. This is better than Lamar Jackson. Had they done this all season and had Fields played all year, he could have broken Jackson's record easily. Could have still broken if he played this week and all the way through. If he didn't miss any more games even, I think he would have broken it for yards in a season. It's impressive what he's done with literally nothing. By the way, we saw last week just how bad the Bears were. We could try and defend certain players, but overall as a unit, this team sucks. Look at how much Trevor Siemian was pressured. Look at how many times he was dropped down or sacked. Look at how bad this O-line is. And now Siemian, by the way, is hurt. This is why the Bears signed somebody random off Detroit's practice squad. Siemian's hurt. Why is Siemian hurt? Well, he was hurt before the game, but now it's probably way worse after being hit X amount of times, being thrown to the ground all the time, having no protection. So here we go. Another quarterback's hurt because the Bears' offensive line is inept. You really think we should trot Fields back out for the rest of this year? Hell no! He shouldn't play. Just so frustrated with how this Bears O-line was constructed, which I know it's going to get better, but also how bad they are protecting a quarterback, even the backup. Really, you're on your third string QB? You had to sign somebody from the frickin' Lions? That's pathetic. That's sad. So for all of you clamoring to have Justin Fields come back, do you see where I'm coming from now? Do you see why I feel this way? Do you see why it makes no sense to play him? And that's not a knock. It's not disciplinary. Oh, you're calling for Fields to be benched. No, I'm not. Calling for the fact that if he plays more, he's going to be beaten up more. His body's going to be torn to shreds. And then eventually, he won't be able to play anymore ever. Don't want that. The Bears need to be very responsible with how they treat Fields moving forward. I go back to my two qualifying questions then. Are the Bears in a playoff hunt? And are the Packers even remotely good? Answer's no to both. So what's that mean? Don't play Justin Fields. Please don't do it. And in fact, don't play him for the rest of this year. No need, no benefit, nothing will come from it. Except more injuries, more pain, more hurting shoulders, ribs, any other injury you could expect. If the Bears can't protect their second-string QB, who can't move, how are they going to protect Justin Fields who can? And he's still getting hurt. We got problems here with this Bears offensive line that need to get better. And until they do, I would suggest Fields does not play. And, he could be petty about this. He could call and say, I don't want to play. He could hold out and say, I'm not feeling safe easily. He could if he wanted to. He's not. He's being able to handle the pressure, handle the hits. But other quarterbacks have done lesser and worse things. Other quarterbacks have held out. Other quarterbacks have complained more. He's been pretty silent about just how putrid his offensive line is, which is a credit to him. A complete antithesis of Aaron Rodgers, by the way, who complains about everybody else and never takes responsibility for his own actions. Kind of like Zach Wilson. So if I were you, I would not expect much from this game. My expectation is that Justin Fields will not play. I know we're taping this early, and maybe I could be wrong, but I really would be stunned if Fields plays this week. I'd be stunned if Fields plays for the rest of this year, and I would advocate against it. After this week, the Bears have a bye, so you hold out Fields again, then you get the bye, then he could play the rest of the year. Maybe that's the plan, but really, I wouldn't even waste your time playing him again. There's no need to do it. You know he's the franchise guy, at least many believe, and the Bears are going to be building around him in the offseason. Let it go. Play somebody else who's going to get killed, not your franchise QB. Makes no sense. The Packers will play Aaron Rodgers, and Aaron Rodgers is going to win his pity party of a game against this Bears third-string quarterback and celebrate as if he's going to the Super Bowl. That's as close as he'll get to the Super Bowl this year. He will yell out, "I own you" once again, and Bears fans will roll their eyes and move on because everybody knows deep down inside this Packer team is on their way down. That's going to be Sunday in a nutshell. It's not going to be a pretty game. It's going to be all Packers all day long, like we expect. And Aaron Rodgers is going to celebrate beating a second or third or even fourth string QB from the Bears. And that will be his Super Bowl for 2022. Meanwhile, the Packers are falling from grace and free-falling as we speak. By next year, this division's going to be wide open. Then at that point, the Bears could finally say, "We own you. We're better than you. We're greater than you. And your time of domination is over." So I ask all of you because it seems like emotions get really triggered around this time. Don't fall for the Packer BS, because that's all it is. Everybody, national, local, Green Bay people even know, this team is over. Aaron Rodgers even is over. Everybody's over. So the Bears losing with the third-string QB or fourth-string QB or a practice squad guy means absolutely nothing. What does matter is growth. What does matter is making sure that your franchise guy is protected and safe, that he's ready for next year to actually win a division and then own the Packers. Justin Fields with this roster is not going to win on Sunday even if he played. It'll be a closer game. It'll be a more fun game to watch, but he still won't win. Not when you have this offensive line, these wide receivers, and most importantly, that secondary and that defense overall. The Bears are going to get killed on Sunday, and that's okay. What we need to look forward to is the future, and what Bears fans need to realize and accept is that the Bears have to do everything they can to advocate for Justin Fields. That includes, yes, not playing him. Do not play him. Do not subject him to constant pressure, more sacks, a more harsh injury, and then potentially surgery or waiting out a longer time and scarring him. Not worth it. Don't do it. I have no idea where this score is going to be. I know I do score predictions every week. I have no idea. My guess is, at this point, Bears will lose 31-17. That's a fair guess. That's what I'm going to go with. The Packers defense is 22nd in football. They do give up a decent amount of points, actually 23.6 per game. So that will be my final 31-17 Packers win. And obviously, cover if you're trying to bet. The Bears fans, I caution you. My last words, my parting words on this video are this. Please do not pressure Justin Fields to return. Understand what he's going through. Understand, as we saw clearly last week, the horrendousness of this team. Understand there's no need to subject Fields to that sort of punishment just for one game against Green Bay. I know the rivalry's big. I know everybody's all worked up and worried. Emotions are running high, and everybody's running to make sure they could go on social media and post about the game. I caution you, and I tell you, relax. The reign of Packer terror, the reign of Cheesehead terror is coming to an end. Won't be this year, won't be Sunday, but it will be next year. Just endure it. We've endured it for how many years? Endure another loss. It's fine. It won't kill you. Aaron Rodgers will say he owns the Bears. Aaron Rodgers will go crazy. And again, that will be his Super Bowl for the year. They're 4-8. They're out of playoff contention. They have so many issues and so many questions entering the offseason. They could go answer those and deal with that headache. They're in salary cap hell. They have nothing to look forward to. And they may be without a quarterback even by next year. They're in big trouble. Don't worry about what's going to happen there. You could root for a Bears win. Don't expect it. And again, one more time, don't play Justin Fields. This Bears team will be better off in the future, specifically next year, if he doesn't play Sunday or really the rest of this season. Thanks for watching today's show here on YouTube. Really appreciate the time. Remember, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Jon Z Sports, Facebook, Jon Zaghloul. Want to watch more of this show? Head on over to sportstalkchicago.com. So long, everyone.